The allure of true crime lies in its ability to delve into the darker aspects of human nature and society, revealing truths that often remain hidden. It captivates audiences through a potent mix of mystery, intrigue, and the pursuit of justice. Lesser-known true crime stories, in particular, hold a unique fascination as they offer fresh narratives and untold tales that add depth to the genre. These stories deserve attention, not just for their gripping details, but also for the broader themes they reveal about human behavior, systemic failures, and the power of tenacity in seeking truth. Highlighting lesser-known cases is vital because they often languish in obscurity, the victims' voices unheard, and injustices unaddressed. For instance, the case of Alyssa Turney, whose disappearance was largely forgotten until her sister's relentless pursuit through a podcast led to their father's arrest, underscores the significance of relentless advocacy in achieving justice. Similarly, the Millbrook twins case, ignored for decades until a podcast sparked renewed interest, illustrates how media can revive cold cases and bring to light stories that have been unjustly neglected. True crime stories resonate with audiences because they do more than just entertain. They engage listeners in real-world issues such as corruption, systemic bias, and the pursuit of truth. The Delphi murders, where two teens managed to capture their killer on video, highlight the shocking reality of such crimes and the potential for technology to aid in solving them. By sharing these stories, content creators can influence public discourse and pressure authorities to address unresolved cases. However, this fascination with true crime is not without controversy. Critics argue that the genre can exploit victims' suffering for entertainment, sometimes overshadowing the human element in favor of sensationalism. There is also the ethical concern about privacy and the potential for misinformation when cases are revisited outside of official channels. Despite these challenges, the exploration of lesser-known true crime stories enriches the genre, providing new perspectives and emphasizing the power and responsibility of media in seeking justice. These narratives connect to broader societal issues, prompting audiences to consider the systemic changes needed to prevent future crimes. By spotlighting these stories, creators not only engage audiences, but also contribute to a larger dialogue about justice, accountability, and the impact of storytelling in driving change. Through this lens, the allure of true crime becomes a vehicle for uncovering truths, advocating for victims, and ultimately striving for a more just society. To create a compelling 10-minute video on lesser-known true crime stories, it's crucial to explore cases that not only have gripping narratives, but also highlight the impact of new media on criminal investigations. The disappearance of Alyssa Turney is a prime example of how modern platforms can revive cold cases. Alyssa vanished in 2001, and her sister, Sarah Turney, launched the podcast Voices for Justice to shed light on the case. This initiative was instrumental in leading to the arrest of their father, Michael Turney, in 2020, underscoring the power of grassroots advocacy and media in seeking justice. This case emphasizes the significance of alternative media and its role in reinvestigating overlooked cases. Similarly, the Millbrook twins case demonstrates the role of podcasts in bringing attention to forgotten cases. For decades, the disappearance of Danette and Jeanette Millbrook was disregarded by law enforcement until the podcast The Fall Line reignited public interest and prompted a fresh look at the evidence. These real-world examples illustrate the transformative influence of podcasts and social media in the true crime arena, providing platforms for voices that might otherwise be unheard. The significance of these stories extends beyond just solving crimes. They exemplify media democratization, where traditional narratives are challenged and community-driven inquiries emerge. However, this approach isn't without its challenges. Critics argue that amateur investigations can potentially interfere with official proceedings or spread misinformation. While the democratization of crime investigation through media platforms can lead to breakthroughs, it also risks sensationalizing tragedies and compromising the integrity of ongoing investigations. On the other hand, the Delphi murders highlight how technology can aid legal processes. The chilling video and audio evidence captured by the victims themselves has been pivotal in the investigation, showcasing the potential of tech-savvy techniques in solving crimes. Similarly, the mystery of Bronwyn Winfield's disappearance serves as a reminder of the complexities involved in missing persons cases and the enduring hope that media coverage can bring forth new leads. Concluding with the Cocaine Inc. podcast, which exposes the global drug trade, we see how media uncover not just local crimes but international issues, broadening the scope of public awareness. These stories collectively demonstrate the interconnectedness of media, technology, and justice in the true crime genre, offering both hope and caution as we engage with these narratives. Alyssa Turney's disappearance is a chilling case that showcases the power of familial dedication and modern media in seeking justice. Alyssa, a 17-year-old high school student, vanished from her Phoenix, Arizona home on the last day of school in 2001. For years, her case languished without resolution until her sister, Sarah Turney, embarked on a relentless pursuit of justice more than a decade later. Driven by suspicion that their father, Michael Turney, was involved in Alyssa's disappearance, Sarah utilized social media platforms and podcasts to bring attention to the case, ultimately leading to public pressure on law enforcement. This segment is crucial to the main topic as it highlights how determined individuals can leverage modern technology and media to shed light on ignored or forgotten true crime cases. In Sarah's case, her use of a podcast titled Voices for Justice exemplifies a growing trend where traditional media failures are countered by grassroots digital campaigns, empowering ordinary individuals to become formidable advocates for change. Two real-world examples illustrate this point clearly. Firstly, the podcast Sarah created garnered significant public interest, drawing attention to Alyssa's case and creating a community of supporters. This engagement was instrumental in reopening the investigation, illustrating how media can serve as a catalyst for revisiting cold cases. Secondly, Sarah's efforts culminated in Michael Turney's arrest in 2020 on charges related to Alyssa's disappearance, showcasing the direct impact of persistent advocacy and media utilization in achieving legal action. Supporters argue that grassroots digital activism is essential in cases overlooked by media and law enforcement, emphasizing its role in democratizing justice-seeking efforts. However, challenges exist. The reliance on social media and podcasts may not always yield accurate portrayals, potentially leading to misinformation. Furthermore, individuals pursuing justice must often balance their emotional motivations with the ethical implications of publicizing sensitive information. Alyssa's case connects with other points in the main topic by demonstrating the significant influence of modern media on true crime investigations. Like the Millbrook twins case, which was revisited through a podcast, Sarah's story underscores the power of digital storytelling in driving attention to neglected cases. This example of a sister's pursuit of justice serves as an inspiring reminder of the potential within each of us to seek truth and accountability, ultimately reshaping the narrative around forgotten true crime stories. Creating a 10-minute video exploring lesser-known true crime stories is an intriguing endeavor that delves into mysteries overshadowed by mainstream coverage. This format not only engages viewers but also shines a light on cold cases and overlooked narratives, potentially spurring renewed interest in investigation. These stories gain significance as they demonstrate the profound impact of grassroots efforts like podcasts in seeking justice and truth. The story of Alyssa Turney is emblematic of this trend. Alyssa vanished in 2001, but her case languished until her sister, Sarah Turney, launched a podcast that uncovered new leads and pressured authorities, ultimately resulting in their father's arrest. This example underscores the power of digital platforms to amplify voices and drive action in otherwise stagnant investigations. Similarly, the case of the Millbrook twins, who disappeared in 1990, saw renewed attention decades later due to another true crime podcast. The podcast re-engaged the public and authorities, resulting in the reopening of the investigation and bringing fresh eyes to lingering questions. These cases illustrate how media beyond traditional networks can influence real-world outcomes by mobilizing public interest and resources. The significance of these stories lies in their ability to inspire and empower individuals, showing that tenacity and modern communication tools can affect change. However, challenges exist, such as the potential for misinformation or sensationalism overshadowing facts. Critics argue that while podcasts and videos can raise awareness, they can also perpetuate biases or intrude on victim privacy. Balancing narrative engagement with factual integrity remains a critical concern. The inclusion of the Delphi murders, where two teenagers captured evidence of their killer on video, highlights the intersection of technology and crime solving. It suggests the potential for digital tools in gathering crucial evidence, yet also points to the limitations when cases remain unsolved despite such evidence. Lastly, the Cocaine Inc. podcast offers a global perspective, exposing intricate networks within the drug trade and turning a critical lens on broader systemic issues. It connects to the main topic by demonstrating how storytelling in true big crime extends beyond individual cases to scrutinize larger societal problems. Overall, these narratives weave together personal, local, and global threads within the true crime genre, emphasizing the role of modern media in re-examining cold cases and influencing public discourse. This point is essential in understanding how lesser-known stories contribute not just to individual case resolution, but to the broader movement of citizen-driven justice.